And good afternoon, folks. This is Evangelist Oliver Arrays in the studios here at WVGV. So glad to have you tuning in with us today. Well, many of you know it is election season across our nation, not only national elections, but also the local elections. And we are honored to have Elijah Dean. He makes his home in Marion County, and he is running for the office of West Virginia State Senator. And I'm so glad to have Elijah in the office today. Now, my assistant, his name is Isaiah, so every now and then I may call you Isaiah, but I don't mean to, Brother Elijah. But I'm glad to have him in the studios today, and he makes his home in Marion County, correct?
Yes, sir. And
so glad to have you with us today. And you're running for public office, West Virginia State Senate, on the Republican ticket. And some of the listeners, and this may be the first time that they've heard your name called. So, Elijah, won't you just take a minute and greet the folks and let them know a little bit about you and kind of give your background and your home life and, your family today. Glad to have you in the studios today, Elijah.
Thank you so much. Yes, my name is Elijah Dean. I'm from a little town in Marion County called Metz. It's just right outside Mannington on 250 North. And reason why I'm running is because I think our district deserves a candidate that they can trust, someone that will work for them, listen to them, and put West Virginia first. You know, I was raised there in Metz. That's where I live now. I've been married to my wife, Erica, almost 14 years. We have 2 young sons, and my family was from Metz. My grandparents lived down the road, had cousins one way, aunt and uncles the other way. Very family oriented. You know, I go to Calvary Baptist Church in Mannington, and I've been raised in church. I asked the Lord to save me when I was 5 years old. Went to a Christian school in Fairmont, Calvary Christian, and it was a great life I had growing up, and I want that for my kids. I want my kids to be able to grow up and live here in West Virginia and not have to move away to get a better job. We need them here. We need jobs here, and I'm just thankful to be here this morning.
Well, we're glad to have you. Elijah, let's see here. You married? You and your wife, are y'all from the same church, or how did y'all meet at school, or how did that happen?
Yes, sir. We are from the same church, Calvary Baptist, right there in Mannington. She went there as a young teenager, and I've been there, I think, since I was 3 months old. My parents, they moved back to West Virginia, and got involved in the church, and the Lord led us together, and I'm so thankful for my wife.
Sir. And you are in full-time employment now, and what do you do?
Yes, I'm a union coal miner. I work at Marion County Coal Company. It used to be called Loveridge Mine when Consol owned us. Now Murray Energy owns us, and I work underground. I started in 2012 just as a general inside laborer and worked my way up. I ran shuttle car, ran boulder, did a little bit of miner operator here and there. But now actually I'm a union fire boss. I went about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and got my mine foreman papers. And now I can fire boss the mine, and I have a job where I do that every day. So I've been in the union, like I said, since 2012.
And how far is this mine from where you live?
Well, there's a portal right in Metz. That's where I went for about 6 years. But for the past 1.5 years, I've been at another portal close to Fairview called Miracle Run. Mm-hmm. But it's all in Marion County. So it's about 20 minutes from my house.
Sir. And where does the coal that y'all mine, where does it go, Elijah?
Well, it comes out of the ground right there in Fairview at the Sugar Run portal and gets loaded in trains. And I don't exactly know if it goes overseas, but we have heard that they are shipping a lot of our coal to India. It used to go up into PA and New York and sometimes. So it's used here locally and internationally.
Yeah, I see. Well, that's interesting. You have coal miners in your family?
Yes, I have an uncle that's a coal miner, but that's about it.
Well, good. Well, we're glad to have you here in the studios today. And, I was just thinking about really just what goes through a person's mind when they begin to entertain the thought of running for public office. And I know that you felt like in your opening statements that you just felt like you needed representation, for our people. And what do you think maybe some issues that are lacking as far as representation is concerned?
Well, I think that down in Charleston, I know those people, they mean good, but I think they just get sidetracked with a lot of the fringe issues that are in the media nowadays. But if elected as your senator in District 2, I vow to do two things: protect the things we hold dear, whether it's our freedoms, our families, our jobs. We need someone that will stand up for the working people, listen to them, and do what the people want instead of what some lobbyist tries to get these bills through. We need someone to stand up for the people, and also we need someone that will try to build a business environment so our kids will have a job when they get out of school, that we can still have jobs. There's a lot of regulations. There's a lot of problems going right now in the coal fields with bankruptcies, and even in the gas industry. It's slow right now, and we need someone that will work for the people and try to protect these jobs. And if we can do that, but what we need to do before that is to focus on the business environment. There's three things that I think everybody in West Virginia will agree to this that need to be fixed before anything major can happen in the state. Number one, our roads. You can go down the road and have to swerve to miss potholes, or you're going to, get your car out of a line, bust a tire. Our roads need fixed. No business in their right mind is going to come to West Virginia if they got to swerve in and out of potholes. It's just not going to happen. And also, our cell phone reception. I know everybody has to deal with this, where we go through pockets of cell phone reception and hurry up and make a call, pull over and make a call real quick. And then if you get back on the road, you're going to lose service here within a mile or so. And no business is going to come to an area where they don't have cell phone service. It's 2020 and we don't have cell phone service here in West Virginia. And also the high-speed internet access. I live in Metz, and luckily I have a Verizon cell phone, and I get Verizon cell phone service right there where I live. But if you turn on Route 250 and go toward Wetzel County, it drops out within a quarter mile, and I can drive across the whole county of Wetzel County, and when I get to New Martinsville, I start picking up service, and I know the high-speed internet is lacking in that area too. So those three things alone, the roads, cell phone, high-speed internet, and that will really help our business environment, and that'll help our state as a whole. It'll make our state have a spark of business from within, the companies that are already here, and also it'll attract investment from without. But it just seems like to me, I don't know all the legislation that's going on, because there's several bills that they passed this session, but I don't know of any meaningful bill that focused on the roads, focused on our cell phone service, high-speed internet. I think we need someone down there that will try to get people focused on the real issues that affect us each and every day.
I have heard, Elijah, that there is that is coming from Charleston, that they are planning on stocking these potholes with trout. No, I'm just kidding. On a lighter note,
you
amen.
You can put a pile of fish in some of these potholes.
No doubt about it. No. Well, let me ask you this. Running for public office, you have a good Christian education background in church and all of those kind of things there. But what else do you think, Elijah, that qualifies you, that you bring to that office there for the citizens here of the second district?
I don't have a degree in political science or anything like that. I went to college for a couple years and down in Pensacola, Florida, came back and started a family, and I got right into the working field. I started working right away. I don't have a college degree to offer the people, but I do have a work ethic. I do have a determination to make this state better for everyone. And I will be a senator if elected that will actually show up to sessions, not one that's known for being absent. I will be one that will try to get around and meet the people. I've really, really enjoyed going to these counties, because if you don't know, District 2, it's a huge district. It includes all of Wetzel, Tyler, Ritchie, Calhoun, and Doddridge counties, and then parts of Gilmer, Marion, Monongalia, and Marshall. So I've been from Wetzel County, I've been down to Calhoun, Doddridge, Ritchie, Tyler, Gilmer, Marion, Mon, and Marshall. It's just very enjoying to meet these people, to listen to them, and to hopefully earn their trust where I could go down there and work for the people. And do I have some crazy ability to do all this? No, but I'm willing to go to work for the people, and I'm willing to listen to them and put West Virginia first.
Now, several of these counties are river counties. Do you hear much from them? I mean, what unique interest would the river counties have? Have you heard much from the folks that live in those counties that are directly affected by the Ohio River?
Yeah, nothing specific, but there is definitely a different type of industry and stuff that goes on over by the river. Down in Doddridge County, Marion, we got the coal and gas. Mm-hmm. But the river, they have factories and they have different unions and stuff over there. I haven't got specifics from them, but I know that in a lot of these counties, the agricultural business is something that could really take off if, we had help from the states. And, I'm trying to get into the farm bureaus. Actually, I'm going to be talking to the Farm Bureau on Thursday and the Grange on Friday over there in Tyler County. So I'm hoping to learn what's important to them there.
Well, one of the things that when you think about those, there are a lot of factories up in those river counties up there that are in the 2nd District, and they drive from all over to go there. I'm sure that there are people that drive from Clarksburg, Bridgeport, all the little communities that make that up, and then you've got Salem and Reynoldsville, and the 3 major roads that's going to get you up that way is going to be 16, 18, 23, and Route 20. And I don't know if you've been north on Route 18, but wow.
I've been told about it.
Yes, sir.
I was actually at a church in Pennsboro yesterday talking to some people there, and they told me about that Route 18.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And they said, you better hold on because it's rough.
Well, very good. And listen, what your campaign, you feel like it's coming along well for you? Is it what you expected? I know that you never ran for public office, so you don't have anything to compare it to, but has it, what are your feelings about your campaign?
Yes, running for office has been a huge eye-opener. I was guided to how to do all the filing and get on the ballot, but pretty much after that, I've just been taking advice from people that have ran before. So the campaign's going good. I don't have a lot of money rolling in from donors or anything like that, but I'm very thankful for the people that have donated to my campaign, and it's allowed me to buy signs, do some advertising, and really a big hurdle that I have is just name recognition. No one knows who Elijah Dean is, So if I can get out there and meet the people one by one, hey, that's another vote. That's another person, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to run, and I hope that if the people in District 2 give me the chance, that I will prove worthy to be their senator.
And where can folks that are listening, where can they go to learn about your beliefs, and a website or some kind of a social media page where they could go to learn a little bit more about you, maybe give you a personal question?
Sure. Actually, I have a website. It's Elijah, Elijah, Dean, Dean, the number 4, WV.com. That's my website, ElijahDean4WV.com. And then on Facebook also, Elijah Dean 4WV. I try to post there once or twice a week. When I go to special areas and talk to people, I'll post about that. But I love hearing from people. There was a lady over in Ritchie County that gave me a request if I get elected, that if I could look into a certain issue that they're having over there. That's what I want to be. I want to be someone that the people can trust, and someone that will listen to them and try to work for the people, because that's what I would want. I want that as in a candidate. And so, yes, you can go to ElijahDean4WV.com and Elijah Dean 4WV. It's on Facebook. It's easy to find.
All right. And the folks, if they would like to contribute to your campaign, they're able to do that from either one of those sites?
Yes. Both sites have a donation button, I guess you could say, and you could totally do that. And I'd be thankful for anything that we can get to help get the word out about me running. I'm running against just one other Republican in the primary. The primary is on May 12th. And the guy I'm running against now is Senator Mike Maroney. He's in there. He got elected in 2016. And so I'm running to give the people in this district a choice, someone that they can trust. And if you don't know about Mr. Maroney, you can just Google his name and find out and see if you would like to vote for me or if you stand with him.
You know, I did find a site that I felt was so helpful, and it's called Ballotpedia. Are you familiar with that?
I have seen that.
It's called ballotpedia.org, and then /West_Virginia_state_Senate. And just really a very informative, it's a nonpartisan website. Really, they just deal in facts. So it's a helpful thing, and it tells you every bill that any legislator has sponsored here from the state of West Virginia. You can look at their track record and know exactly what everybody's doing. So, well, as we wrap things up, Elijah, anything else you'd like the listeners to know about you, about your campaign?
Yes, I just want to say I'm pro-faith, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, and I'm pro-coal because I am a coal miner, and I have conservative family values, and I will, if elected, work for this district and be someone that you can trust. And my goal in this election is to protect our freedoms, our jobs, and our people while growing a business environment for future generations. And I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to be here and for this interview.
And by the way, there's going to be a meet and greet meeting next week. And if you'll stay tuned to WVGV, we'll give you the details for that. It's going to be right here in the town of West Union. And you'll be able to meet Elijah Dean, running for the 2nd District of the State Senate here for the state of West Virginia. And so stay tuned for more information about that. Well, Elijah, thank you so much for spending the time with us, and we wish the best for you and your family.
Thank you.
You're listening to WVGV, North Central West Virginia's home